You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Here's a natural, conversational script based on the video you provided, expanded to about 400 words, and in the style you requested. Hey everyone, let's talk about something that's been making the rounds in Washington and across the news. Congress, Jeffrey Epstein, and a name that keeps popping up: Alex Acosta. Florida Congresswoman Paulina Luna has made it clear that Acosta, who was the U.S. Attorney in South Florida during the infamous 2008 Epstein plea deal, can still be called to testify before the U.S. House. Even though Acosta isn't currently on the House Oversight Committee's witness list, Luna stressed that this does not take Alex Acosta off the table. In other words, just because he wasn't named yet doesn't mean he can't be called later. Luna, who represents a district in St. Petersburg, has been very vocal about transparency and accountability in high-profile cases, including this one. She's even drawn comparisons to her efforts with JFK records, saying that the same model of openness should apply to Epstein. So why does Alex Acosta matter? Back in 2008, as U.S. Attorney, Acosta approved what critics have called the deal of the century for Jeffrey Epstein. Instead of facing serious federal charges, Epstein was allowed to plead guilty to just 2 state-level prostitution charges and served only 13 months in a Palm Beach jail. Investigators had already identified dozens of victims at that time, but the plea deal prevented a full federal prosecution. Legal experts and victims have argued that this misstep allowed Epstein to continue his abuse until he was later arrested in New York in 2019 on sex trafficking charges. Epstein died by suicide while in custody. Acosta's handling of the case has been criticized for poor judgment, though no formal professional misconduct was found. After leaving the U.S. Attorney's office, he briefly joined the Trump administration as Labor Secretary, but resigned amid public outcry over the Epstein deal. Luna has highlighted that the Oversight Committee's subpoenas have not included Acosta, which she believes is an oversight. Critics, including victim attorneys, argue that he's the one person who has seen all the federal evidence against Epstein, and whose testimony could shed the most light on what really happened. Luna's point is that anyone with knowledge of the Epstein case, especially someone as central as Acosta, should be held accountable and made to speak publicly. At the end of the day, this isn't just politics. It's about ensuring transparency and justice for Epstein's victims. As Luna put it, those in positions of power who don't speak out against injustice are, in effect, complicit. And for now, Alex Acosta remains very much in the conversation. If you want, I can also make an even punchier, fully spoken version under 3 minutes that feels like you're telling this story live on camera. But it would keep the conversational tone but tighten some of the background details for flow. Do you want me to do that? Stay subscribed for more videos.